Have you heard of the Alpine Stitch and Crochet? If you have and you want to learn, this is the video for you. I'm Rachel from Hope Corner Farm, and by day I'm a home ec teacher who teaches hundreds of students how to crochet, and I'm going to walk you step by step and slowly through how to complete the Alpine Stitch and Crochet. If you're ready to learn, let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. For the Alpine Stitch, it is written in multiples of 2. So what that means is you need 2 stitches for each part of the Alpine Stitch. Now, if you are going to chain stitch to start the Alpine Stitch, like I'm going to show you how to do today, you are actually going to chain in multiples of 2 plus 1. So what that means is the Alpine Stitch itself needs multiples of 2, but you're going to need 1 additional chain stitch because you're going to lose it in row 1 when you start putting some single crochets in there. So let me show you what I mean. So for my example here, I have chained 9. So this is my multiple of 2 plus 1. So the reason why I need 1 additional stitch is because I'm going to place my first single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So I'm going to lose 1 stitch. So I'm going to work my first single crochet into the second chain from the hook. I'm going to continue placing 1 single crochet in each stitch across the chain. Now, if you need to see how to single crochet in slower, more detailed moves, I'm going to include a link to a video below that takes it a lot slower and in more details. So again, I am placing 1 single crochet in each chain, and I'm going to have a total now of 8 single crochets, which is my multiple of 2. So again, for my sample, I chained 9. I worked my first single crochet into the second chain from the hook and into each chain thereafter, which leaves me with a stitch count of 8, which is a multiple of 2. One thing I wanted to point out is if you do start the Alpine Stitch with something other than a chain stitch, you're going to probably need multiples of 2 for that. So what do I mean? Let's say I decided to start the Alpine Stitch with a foundation single crochet stitch, which you can check out a link below that takes that stitch a lot slower. If I were to foundation single crochet stitch to start the Alpine Stitch, I would need to just basically foundation single crochet in multiples of 2. So I started this example with a chain stitch with a single crochet across, and I have 8 single crochets now. If I wanted to just start this stitch with a foundation single crochet, I would just foundation single crochet 8 times, and that takes the place of the chain start and row 1. I hope that makes sense. On to row 2. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 2, and we're going to turn. Now for row 2, we're going to put 1 double crochet stitch here in the very first stitch, and then we're going to place 1 double crochet in each stitch across. So again, if you need to see how to double crochet in slower, more detailed moves, I've got a link for that as well. But again, this entire row is just a row of double crochet stitches. So I'm placing 1 double crochet in each stitch across, and I will have a total of 8 double crochets because that's where my stitch count was. So you need to make sure your stitch count stays the same. So I have completed row 2. I have placed 1 double crochet in each stitch across. Row 3 is where the repeats for the Alpine Stitch starts. So from here on out, you're going to go rows 3 through 6, and then you're going to keep repeating rows 3 through 6. So this is a stitch that has rows that are repeated every 4 times. So row 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all repeated as long as you are using the Alpine Stitch. So what does row 3, the very first row that gets repeated, look like? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn. And for row 3, I am simply going to place a single crochet in the first stitch, and then I am going to place 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch across. So row 3 is a row of single crochets. So 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch across. And again, I should stay at a total of 8 single crochets across the row, and that completes row 3. For row 4, we're going to start by chaining 2, and then we're going to turn. Now right away we're going to start working a front post double crochet. So again, if you need to see front post double crochet, I've got a link to that video as well. Now the key to this front post double crochet is you need to crochet it a little bit looser, because we're actually going to front post double crochet around the double crochets from row 2. So we're kind of skipping over row 3 here. We're giving a little bit of a gap. So it's a hair different than a traditional front post double crochet stitch, in that we're skipping over this row of single crochets and we're actually going to work into the row of double crochets from row 2. So what does this look like? I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to come down right here around this first double crochet. I'm going to go down, go across behind it, and then pop up. So I have that double crochet right there. I'm going to yarn over, pull around the back side of that. Now the key here is I want to make this loop right here that I just pulled through, I want to pull it a little bit looser so that my tension is not so deep. So hopefully you can see that's what it looked like when I pulled it through. I just want to add a little more, pull out a little bit more. I'll make it a little bit easier to see here. So this is what it looks like usually. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that loop, this loop right here, a little bit bigger, and that's going to make that alpine stitch not be so tight. Now I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and that completes that front post double crochet stitch. Now, if I look at the tops of my crochet stitches from row 3, they're kind of hanging out behind here. I am going to skip this one that's right behind my front post double crochet stitch, and I'm going to work into the next one. So what that looks like, if I hold this up here, I'm going to yarn over, I'm skipping this stitch, I'm working into this one, I'm going to place a regular double crochet stitch. Now if you need to see how to double crochet, I've got a link for a video. And that completes part of our alpine stitch. Basically, the alpine stitch is a front post double crochet followed by a regular double crochet. Again, this front post double crochet is worked around the row, not the row that just was completed. So we're not working into row 3. We're actually working one row below it down into row 2. So now we're going to repeat. We're going to yarn over. We're going to skip this double crochet stitch right here. We're skipping it and we're working around this one. So skip, work into the next one. So I've yarned over. I'm going to go down, behind, and up. I'm going to yarn over, pull through, make that loop a little bit bigger, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Then I'm going to come back here. I'm going to skip this stitch and work into this one. We're going to work a regular double crochet stitch into that stitch. That's the second part of the alpine stitch. So now we're on to another repeat. So I'm yarning over, I'm skipping over this one, I'm working into the next, around the next one, so down, behind, and come back up. Yarn over, pull through, make that loop a little looser or bigger, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, skip this stitch, work around this one. So we're going to put a double crochet into this stitch, and we have one more repeat to go. Now you need to make sure that you have an even stitch count because you want to end your row with a front post double crochet. So we're going to skip this one. We're going to work around the next one. We're going to work here, place a front post double crochet, and then I want to end in the very last stitch because I'm skipping this one. We're going right here. I'm going to place a regular double crochet stitch. And you want to end with that double crochet stitch for row 4. And that completes row 4 of the alpine stitch. For row 5, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. We're going to put a single crochet stitch in the first stitch, and we're going to place 1 single crochet stitch in each stitch across. And again, my stitch count should stay the same. I've got a stitch count of 8, so it should still remain at 8 at the end of this row, because again, the alpine stitch is worked into multiples of 2. So we're working right here for the last single crochet stitch of the row, and that completes row 5. Row 6 is the last new row, and then we will continue repeating rows 3 through 6. For row 6, we're going to start by chaining 2. So here is 1 and 2, and then we're going to turn. Now into this very first stitch right here, I'm going to work a regular double crochet stitch. So we start off with a double crochet stitch. Now, again, I am going to work around the double crochets from round 4. So we're kind of skipping over row 5's single crochets. And we're going to work into the double crochet, or we're going to work around the post of the double crochet, the regular double crochet from row 4. So we're hitting the gaps here. We've got a front post and a front post. Now we're going to work around here and put a front post going here. So what that looks like, we're going to yarn over, we're going to go down, behind, and up. We're going to yarn over, pull through, make that loop a little bit bigger, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to skip over that stitch and place a double crochet around this one. So right here we're going to place a double crochet stitch, and we're going to repeat. We're going to front post double crochet around the double crochet from row 4. So there, make that loop a little bigger, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to skip this stitch, work into this one, and place a regular double crochet here. So the double crochets are worked into that row of single crochets from row 5. It's just the front post double crochets that skip over row 5 and work around row 4. Hopefully that makes sense. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to work a front post double crochet around that post. That's the double crochet from row 4. Pull through, make the loop bigger, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we're going to skip over this stitch. We're going to work a double crochet into this stitch, so this single crochet here, and then we're going to place one more double crochet. So row 6 ends with 2 double crochet stitches, and that completes row 6. Now we're going to talk about how to finish off the Alpine stitch. After you've completed row 6, you are then going to start repeating. You're going to go back to row 3. So I would chain 1 and I would turn, and row 3, remember, was a row of single crochet stitches. After row 3, I would then complete row 4. After row 4, I would repeat row 5, and then I would repeat row 6, go back to row 3, and so on and so forth. And you would continue doing that for as long as you're going to use the Alpine stitch in your project. Keep in mind that this is a 4-row repeat stitch when you're doing the Alpine stitch. So just kind of keep that in mind. Rows 3 through 6 get repeated. Now, if you're looking to learn some more textured and detailed crochet stitches, I've got a link to my feather stitch here at the very end of this video, which is another beautifully textured crochet stitch and isn't really super hard to complete. So if you're looking to learn some more stitches, check that out. And if you want written instructions for this, check out my blog at hopecornerfarm.com. And that's the Alpine stitch. One other thing I wanted to point out, I like to end my Alpine stitch with just a row of single crochets. No matter where I'm at in the project point, I like how it looks with a row of single crochets to kind of just finish off the edge. And that's it for the Alpine stitch. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.